We are now live on YouTube and Facebook. You have the floor.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the meeting of the Board of Commissioners of the Public Building Commission of Chicago, being held today, February 14, 2023, at approximately 2:35 p.m. Today's meeting is being conducted by video conference with limited in-person participants at the Daly Center. And I should say, Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Director Sanchez, will you please call the roll?
Thank you, Madam Chairman. And again, happy Valentine's Day to everyone today. Good afternoon, Commissioners. I just wanted to provide a reminder that as we begin our meeting, to please be sure that your camera is on and that your microphone is unmuted during the vote for each agenda item. Now, please make sure that your microphone is unmuted as I call the roll. Chairman Lightfoot.
Present.
Commissioner Chapman. We see you, Commissioner. Commissioner Dubuc-Clay.
Present.
Commissioner Ellis.
It looks like, for the record, that Commissioner Ellis is attempting to connect via an audio connection, but maybe having some temporary difficulties. I'm wondering if one of the staff could simply call him and we could get his participation via phone if he's not able to participate on the video stream.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Commissioner Hamilton.
Present.
Commissioner Maldonado.
Present.
Commissioner Randall.
Here.
Commissioner Whitley.
Present.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
I thank you, Director Sanchez. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, item A2, public participation. Pursuant to section 206G of the Illinois Open Meetings Act, a public comment period must be held. Registered speakers will be allowed 2 minutes to provide comments. Director Sanchez, are there any registered speakers?
Madam Chair, there are no registered speakers today.
All right, let's move on to our next item. A3, consideration and approval of minutes of the regular meeting held on December 13th, 2022. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I'm sorry. I apologize. I second.
All those in favor of approving the minutes say aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, item A4, consideration of approval of the acquisition of Carlson Environmental Inc. by Nova Group GBC. Director Sanchez, can you provide details for the board?
Yes, Madam Chair. Carlson Environmental Inc., a specialty consultant providing environmental engineering services to the PBC, was acquired by Nova Group GBC. Nova Group GBC purchased all assets and staff of Carlson Environmental and agreed that all staff will remain following the acquisition. Pursuant to their term contract, Nova Group GBC is seeking approval of the acquisition so that they can continue to provide environmental engineering services to the PBC. The PBC has performed due diligence review of Nova Group GBC. That concludes my report for A4.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. The motion is approved. Moving on to item A5, report by the Administrative Operations Committee regarding the meeting held on February 8th, 2023. Chairman Maldonado.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The AO Committee met on February 8th, 2023. Our report is as follows. The Executive Director reported on minority updates to the sick leave policy in the PBC handbook approved at the October 13, 2022 board meeting. The report is under tab A5A in the packet. The Director of Procurement reported on 4 task order awards for specialty consultant services to previously appointed firms. 2 awards are minority, women, or minority and women business enterprise firms. The reports are under tab A5B. The Chief Development Officer reported that there were no field orders above the reporting threshold and provided a recommendation to ratify 1 change order processed since the last board meeting under tab A5C as follows. Change order in the credit amount of $230,606.63 for the Wendell Phillips Academy High School Annex Project. The AO Committee accepted the recommendations and reports from the PBC representatives, and that concludes my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Chairman Maldonado. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
I
Second.
second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, say nay. The motion carries. The report is accepted. Next up, item A6, report by the Executive Director regarding regular reports, development status, and other matters. Director Sanchez, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I also really quick just want the record to reflect that Commissioner Ellis is present and he is on his speakerphone. So he was able to join us today. In regards to report A6, I just wanted to share some exciting school news. I was pleased to join Mayor Lightfoot, CPS elected officials, parents, and students who gathered to celebrate the ribbon cutting of the new 3-story Belmont Cragen Elementary School and Early Learning Childhood Center. The new 83,000 square foot facility offers students in preschool through 8th grade access to science and computer labs, rooms for music and art, a library, and 32 modern classrooms. The school is situated at the Park District's Reese Park, and the shared use gymnatorium will be accessible to Park District patrons within the school during after hours, weekends, and in the summers. The project achieved an 11.45% community hiring and exceeded expectations for the hiring of minority and female journey workers, apprentices, and laborers. It is with great pride that we delivered this wonderful project to the educators and the children of Chicago. Finally, I also want to take a moment to acknowledge Black History Month. To commemorate this important observance, at the PBC, we have been sharing stories of outstanding contributions of African Americans whose achievements have greatly influenced our nation. By sharing these stories and biographies, we are able to connect and focus attention on the accomplishments of so many remarkable people from all periods in history. That concludes my report for A6.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. And I will just add, I was present at the ribbon cutting of the school on the Northwest Side. It's a phenomenal work done by the PBC, a great asset for the community. And I was particularly pleased at the melding of the resources between the school and the local park. A great model and example of how we get this right. So thank you, Director Sanchez, and all the folks, and Ray, and all the others that were responsible for making this possible. The community came out and was super enthusiastic about the new opportunities at the school and the connection with the field house and the Park District. All right, next up, item B1, consideration of approval of the acquisition of MB Real Estate by Transwestern Commercial Services Illinois LLC. Director Sanchez, can you provide the details?
Yes, Madam Chair. Transwestern Commercial Services Illinois LLC, which is controlled by the Transwestern Commercial Services LLC, has acquired MB Real Estate, the property manager for the Richard J. Daley Center. Transwestern has committed to continue providing property management services for the Richard Daley Center on behalf of the Commission, utilizing the same staff and guaranteeing the same great level of service. The acquisition has not affected the daily operations of the building. The PBC has performed due diligence review of Transwestern and recommends approval of this action. That concludes my report for B1.
Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, item C1, consideration of approval of a partial undertaking request for the Board of Education for the Det Elementary School Annex and renovation project located at 2131 West Monroe Street. Director Sanchez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On August 1st, 2022, the PBC approved a formulation request to confirm the program scope, schedule, and budget for the Dead Elementary School Annex and Renovation Project located in the Near West Side community area. Today's action is a partial undertaking in the amount of $3 million to include the scope of services required to support the project development by the PBC. With this partial undertaking, the PBC will complete the remaining design phase services in preparation for bidding and award, construction, and closeout. Following approval of this action, the PBC will continue to work with CPS on the remaining design phases for the project. That concludes my report for C1.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed say nay. The motion is approved. Next up, item D1, consideration of approval of an undertaking request from the City of Chicago Department of Assets, Information and Services for ADA Title II work for various city facilities. Director Sanchez.
Thank you. The PBC received an undertaking request from the Department of Assets, Information and Systems, also known as AIS, and the city's Office of Budget and Management for ADA Title II work at various city facilities for an amount not to exceed $10 million. An underlying authority for this project is an intergovernmental agreement with the PBC approved at City Council on February 1st, 2023. The PBC will work with the city to conduct assessments and inspections of city facilities identified by AIS for conformance with compliance requirements of Title II of the American with Disabilities Act. We look forward to partnering with the city on this important project. And that concludes my report for D1.
Thank you, Director Sanchez. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. The motion is approved. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our business for this meeting. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Madam Chair, I'm sorry to interrupt. On item A6 from my report, I'm not sure if we took a vote after I made the report and you made your statements on, on Belmont Cragen. So I just wanted to make sure if it was confirmed, and I apologize, I think we were just talking and we just moved on to the next item.
Apologies, can you restate the item on which the commissioners need to vote?
Yes, ma'am. And this is on my report on item A6, which is basically my regular reports where I provided an update in regards to the ribbon cutting at Belmont Cragen, and also what PBC is doing to commemorate Black History Month.
All right, apologies, I think I got caught up in the moment. Is there a motion to accept the report of the executive director pursuant to item A6?
Yes, Madam Chair. I just wanted to recognize both the Park District and CPS for that collaboration. Having worked at the parks, I know sometimes it's difficult to do, but it's a great collaboration of resources. So congratulations to you both. And I move to approve the report.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the approval of item A6 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed say nay. All right, the report is accepted. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the scheduled business for today. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed say nay. All right, the meeting is therefore adjourned. We will see you next month in March. Have a great
Happy
rest
Valentine's Day,
of
y'all. Have a
February.
great rest of the
Thank you,
day.
everyone.
Take care.
Thank
Have a
you.
great day.